Good morning, Room 7 students. Good morning, Room 7 families. Mrs. Glucksman here. So nice to see you all this morning. I hope that you had a great day yesterday. I hope you were able to learn about Picasso, Pablo Picasso, and do some Picasso art. I've been receiving some of the videos and pictures your parents have been sending me, and I love the art that I'm seeing. So keep doing that great work, Room 7 students. I'm so proud of you. Let's go ahead and get started. Here we go. Good morning, how are you? How are you? Very well, thank you, very well, thank you. And you, and you. Let's do Russian. Dobre utro, как дела? Как дела? Очень хорошо, спасибо. Очень хорошо, спасибо. А у вас? А у вас? How about French? Bonjour, bonjour. Comment allez-vous? Comment allez-vous? Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Et vous? Et vous? Great job, everybody. So today, yesterday was Tuesday. That means today is Wednesday. Wednesday. And the name of our month is May. May. Yesterday was May 19th. Do you know what number comes after 19? Let's count and find out. We're going to do a simple A-B pattern today, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's right. Today is Wednesday, May 20th, 2020. That's kind of funny. It's the 20th day of May, and it's the year 2020, right? The weather outside today in Los Angeles, it's going to be another beautiful sunny day in Southern California. So I'm going to color in one of the sunny bars on our graph. Beautiful, gorgeous day. I hope that it's nice weather where you are and you get to go outside and play a little maybe. So this week we've been talking about animals and we learned about mammals. Do you remember the characteristics of mammals? First of all, most mammals have live babies, right? That's one. Mammal babies drink their mother's milk. That's 2, okay? Mammals have hair on their body. That's 3. And our last one is mammals are warm-blooded. The blood that runs inside their bodies is warm blood. That's why when you touch yourself, your body is warm because we, human beings, are mammals, right? Yesterday we talked about birds, right? And we said that birds are different. They are not mammals because birds have egg babies, right? They are not covered in hair. They are covered in feathers, number 2. Birds are like mammals though, and they are warm-blooded, right? So today we're going to talk about reptiles. Reptiles. So the 3 things I want you to remember about reptiles. Most reptiles have egg babies. So in that way, they're similar to birds, okay? But they're not covered in feathers. Reptiles are not covered in feathers, and they're not covered in hair like mammals, right? They don't have hair. Instead, most reptiles are covered in scales, right? And most reptiles, all reptiles actually, are cold-blooded. That means that the blood that runs through their body is cold. So reptiles rely on the environment to keep them warm, which is why on a really sunny, warm day, when you go outside here in Los Angeles, you see lizards sitting out in the sun, right? Because they're taking the warmth of the sun into their body, okay? So again, reptiles most have egg babies. They're covered in scales, and they are cold-blooded. And I have a picture from a different book that shows a lot of different reptiles. So I wanted to get a little closer to show this to you, okay? So there's chameleons and boa constrictors. Snakes are considered reptiles. There is this big long alligator and this big long crocodile. Here's a king cobra snake. Here's a frill-necked lizard. Here's a green iguana. Here's a soft-shelled turtle, a python, a garter snake, and a tortoise. Now, most of you who were in my class, who are in room 7, remember that we had a turtle in our class. Remember Daisy Sky? A lot of you have been emailing me and asking me about Daisy during our Zoom meeting, so I wanted to take you up and show you that Daisy's doing just fine. So let's go upstairs in my house and go check on Daisy. Okay, room 7 students, we're now upstairs in my house, and this is where we keep Daisy's tank, and she's doing great. She likes to sunbathe. Now remember, we had those lights. It's kind of hard to see. Those warm lights we always put on. Remember, I used to tell you not to touch them because they were hot. And the reason that Daisy needs those is because she's a reptile and she's cold-blooded. So those warm lights, that's why she will sometimes sit up on her little ledge right here and sunbathe, because the warmth of the light helps keep her body warm. And if we were to get a little closer, we might be able, I think it might scare her, but we might be able to see her scales. She does have scales that are on her feet, and the soft part of her body has scales. The hard part of her body is a shell. Oh, can you see the scales on her foot right there? There they are. And if Daisy were to have babies, she's not going to because she's all by herself, but if she were to have babies, she would have egg babies. So there you go, room 7. Daisy Sky is doing great. She's alive and well, and she's a reptile, which is what we're learning about today. So our story today is called Animals Strike at the Zoo. It's true, and it's by Karma Wilson and illustrated by Margaret Pengler. And you guys might remember the bear stories that I love to read you in our class, like Bear Wants More and Bear Snores On. Those stories are also written by Karma Wilson. So I love this author. And while we're reading, I want to see if we can find any reptiles. Okay. There's an animal strike at the zoo. It's true. The headlines are telling it all. The animals quit. That's it. We're through, say all the critters, from biggest to small. So I don't see any reptiles in this picture yet. We're paid only peanuts, the elephants shout, and goodness, we're bigger than that. So now they won't trumpet or lumber about. They sit in the shade looking fat. The leopards aren't prowling. The wolf packs aren't howling. The tigers aren't growling. The otters are scowling. Egad, the worst has come true. There's an animal strike at the zoo. The zebras are looking like horses today. They painted their stripes, and you see, we're all sick and tired of eating this hay. Our good looks do not come for free. Those silly giraffes are not any better. You won't see our necks anymore. They're knitting themselves lots of turtleneck sweaters, which go from their head to the floor. Business these days is as slow as can be. Folks go to the circus instead. Nobody wants to pay money to see the animals just lying in bed. The lions aren't roaring, the eagles aren't soaring, the penguins are snoring. It's all rather boring. What can the zookeeper do? There's an animal strike at the zoo. He really is doing the best that he can. The elephants all got a raise. Instead of just peanuts, they now eat pecans, and he offered them 6-hour days. The monkeys were given a small kiddie pool, and he's feeding the zebras sweet oats. But the monkeys complain that the water is cool, and the zebras demand root beer floats. Then in through the gate walks sweet little Sue. She just can't believe that she's here. She's always wanted to come to the zoo, and she's begged for this trip for a year. But no birdies are peeping. No lizards are creeping. No bunnies are leaping. Then poor Sue starts weeping. Her heart is broken in two by the animal strike at the zoo. I see some reptiles on this page. Do you see reptiles on this page? Yes. The lizards and the turtle. That's right. As tears start to streak down her cute, rosy face, the animals watch that wee child. A deep hush of sadness falls over the place. And then they go totally wild with roaring and peeping and howling and growling. All critters, from biggest to small, start soaring and creeping and leaping and prowling. Then little Sue laughs at them all. Oh, there's our reptile. There's that lizard. And all of the animals find out that day they actually like what they do. The zookeeper calls the reporters to say, "Hooray! No more strike at the zoo." But the bear at the circus won't pedal his bike. Uh-oh. He says he's on strike. The end. So, every time we read a book in room 7, we add it to our calendar. So I'm going to put it right over here. There we go. Animal strike at the zoo. It's true. There's all of our books for me. Okay, room 7 students, I hope you enjoyed that story. Now it's time for you to log on to Seesaw and get started with today's activities. You'll find some really fun activities up there today, so don't wait too long. We also need to talk about our challenge activity for today. So we've been doing our ABC countdown. Hopefully you got to do some ice painting yesterday. We were on letter I. So what letter would we be on today? What comes after I? Let's find out. Ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. That's right. So today is Joke Day. J is for joke. Joke Day. So your challenge today is to ask your grown-up to help you find some jokes online. And then I want you to tell your family jokes. I want you to memorize the jokes and tell your family jokes. So I have a couple jokes for you. Are you ready? I didn't make these up. I found them online because I am not that creative. I'm not that funny. So here we go. Okay. What does a cow do on a Friday night? What does a cow do on a Friday night? You know? He or she goes to the movies. I know, it's a corny joke, but I thought it was kind of funny. You know, cows go moo, so movies. Okay, are you ready? Joke number 2. What animal always cheats at games? Do you know? What animal always cheats at games? Are you ready? A cheetah. A cheetah. Okay, and are you ready for the last one? Okay, here we go. What do you call a dinosaur when it is sleeping? What do you call a dinosaur when it is sleeping? Are you ready? A dino snore, because the dinosaur is snoring. A dino snore. Okay guys, that's your challenge activity. I want you to find some jokes and I want you to tell all the people in your house jokes. You can even call someone who's in your family who doesn't live at your house. I bet they would love to hear from you, and I bet they would love to hear some jokes. It might make their day. So have a great joke day, room 7, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.